I'm telling you, he doesn't stand a chance.
Conrad wins every time. Just look at him. He could cut you in half without...
What can I do for you?
Even Conrad would dare stand against the devil.
I want to ask...
I know you.
I've got a dress.
Oh, love. Wow, it's gorgeous.
It's all yours. Now, what can you tell me about Naz and his visits?
Of course, it's the same every time. I go upstairs to prepare a bath for him. It can't be too hot or too cold. And then Adam gives me this fragrant oil, and I have to mix that in.
That's some special treatment, isn't it?
We don't do that for anyone else. I hear it's awfully expensive, but only the best for Councillor Naz. Well, that's what Adam says.
I understand.
Well, then he has his bath, eats and drinks and discusses important issues with Adam and the other wealthy guests. And then he usually goes home or stays on with some girl. It depends.
Could you show me the fragrant oil?
I ain't got it. Adam's really careful with it, so he only gives it to me when Councillor Naz comes. Then he locks it up somewhere in his room upstairs.
You said Naz talks to Adam during bathing. What about? Do you know?
No, I don't. I don't listen to them. Boring stuff, usually. About the city council, about money, blah, blah, blah. I mind my own business.
What does the oil look like? Is it in some pitcher?
No, it's small. A little bottle with a cork. A bit like perfume. Aye, and it's...
Something like colourful flowers?
That's right. How do you know?
I remembered seeing something like that, actually.
Aha.
Well, I must be off now.
Thank you for the dress. See you later.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Been sitting in my uncle's attic for years. Do you know what he says? He asks what that means. Says he wants where I got it.
You know, that's the hardest thing about business. Die Kunden.
Aye, you're right. They're a bunch of cunts.
No. Kunden. Customers. Business is all about people, my friend.
What do you think about the clean...
Don't talk to me about it. The council has run out of ideas for collecting revenue, so they are fleecing honest businessmen.
What are you going to do? Hey,
What choice do I have? I don't want to get into trouble, but it's disgusting.
stop pretending. I know full well what's going on. You pampering Councillor Naz and whispering in his ear.
What? What are you on about? I run an honest business here. Go away. Ja, geh besser. Mind where you're going.
Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins. What are you trying to pull, you scoundrel?
How did it go?
I went...
Entschuldigung, ein Bier bitte.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
I'm in no mood for nonsense. So no messing around.
What do you want?
I'd like to.
Certain.
Do you have some?
My girl.
Why, Rick?
As you wish.
Let's talk.
Certainly.
How's this?
You must be. Great.
I must say, you really know how to treat a girl. But don't expect a discount in return. Anyway, I'll go and take a bath. I have other clients to attend to. take your coat. It's going to rain. With blueberries, thanks. God bless you.
Do you know Jerome Knapp,
Naz?
the counsellor?
Aye, he's the one we had to change the tub for. I know who he is.
Why did he change his tub?
I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed. It was a terrible disaster.
You can tell me. Counsellor Naz sent me to check up on things here.
Uh-huh. And he didn't tell you what happened here?
No. He said I'd find out everything here. I'm supposed to measure it and,
Right. If that's...
What happened to the tub?
We had these fleas, like, lots of them.
Oh, I see.
It was terrible. We had to scrub the bathhouse top to bottom and wash or burn everything. And Councillor Naz found out and wanted his tub changed. Said he wouldn't use one that was crawling with fleas.
How did the fleas get in here?
Most likely some beggar broke in one night and partook of the bathhouse services. He left some flea-ridden rags lying about, and all of a sudden they were everywhere.
One rag is enough to infest the whole bathhouse.
You can't get rid of them.
Interesting. Where is the new
Where the old one used to be, upstairs. But it's got new curtains now, made from this lovely embroidered fabric. And we put this nice cupboard next to it, where Councillor Naz's towels, bath hose, wine goblets.
I see Adam really pampers him.
Aye, he does. He's our best customer.
What did Naz say about the fleas? Was he angry?
Adam talked to him about it, but I could hear him ranting and raving. I heard he threatened to take his custom elsewhere and said the whole city council would turn against us. And we all got it in the neck from Adam and all.
Thanks.
Are you going to check the tub then?
I can see you take excellent care of the counsellor. So it won't be bye for now.
I apologize.
I'm sorry. This might sound strange, but I need some flea-ridden rags.
You've come to the right place, then. I know all there is to know about fleas, but only times are hard.
Here you are.
Thank you. We have this encampment in the cobbler's quarter. Take a look there by the wall behind the biggest tent. There's a big pile of rubbish there. But I saw the kind of blanket you need. Covered in fleas. Almost an decent it were.
Thanks. I'll take a look.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Have any change? Help a poor cripple. I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
party. We'll soon start the city tournament. Come and watch.
The customers have been singing your praises recently. I do the best I can. I'm glad to hear it. I give them a head and neck massage as well.
Bite to your heart's content.
At your service,
Come on.
sir.
Crawl all over it.
You're always welcome here.
I was at Adam's bathhouse.
And how did it go? Tell me.
I asked about Naz, and let's say he won't feel as comfortable there as he used to.
That sounds good. At least he might be willing to talk to me now.
Oh, so I don't forget, I brought you something. This is some precious oil they mix into his bath. He's crazy about it, it seems. So you can surprise him when he turns up here.
That's great. Thank you.
What are we going to do now? Wait.
Well, there's one more counselor we could get on our side.
Who?
Councillor Tuchmacher. Apparently, some nobleman accused him of swindling his customers, and he has some problems now, or something like that. If you go to him and ask, maybe he'd appreciate some help.
Are you going to get wet again?
Who is this Tuchmacher? What else do you know about him?
He's a master tailor and draper. He has a shop in Town Hall Street. And he's one of the councillors who's likely to vote for Adam. He was always a bastard.
You know each other?
It depends on what you mean. We had a bit of a row some years back, and he's pissed off with me. I'd never have thought that moron would be on the council.
What about the other councillors? Have you spoken to any?
I've given bribes and promised favours, but nothing is certain. Unless Naz is eating out of the palm of my hand, we need every vote we can get.
All right. I'll go and see him and find out what's up.
Oh, and when I said we had a bit of a row, maybe it'd be best not to say I sent you. He might not take kindly to it.
All right. Don't worry.
Excuse me.
God bless you, sir.
I apologize.
Hear that noise? A couple of drunks were sitting outside the store. They were celebrating something. It woke me up too.
Ah, so
I heard you're having trouble with some noblemen.
what's that got to do with you?
Nothing. But maybe I could help you.
And you just feel like helping me, do you? Because you've got a big heart? I don't buy it. What's your game?
Do the municipal bathhouse and the clean tax mean anything to you?
Of course! I'm a member of the Kuttenberg Council.
So, when you're going to choose the bathhouse, I need you to vote for the Kingfisher.
Why are you interested in bathhouses?
Let's say it's in my interest if they make a profit. I contributed to the furnishings, and I expect to get a return on that soon.
Oh, I see what you mean. Aye, why not? If you can help me, my vote is yours. But only if you succeed.
It's a deal. What's it all about, then?
I had a bit of a quarrel with Sir Jan of Leschin, and I need someone young and strong to take my place in a duel.
You're gonna fight?
You'll do the fighting, and that will settle our dispute. Do you agree?
What did you quarrel about?
Just a silly misunderstanding. Some nobleman's servant ordered a coat for his lord, except he kept urging me, and I ran out of the right fabric. So I used a different fabric in some places, and the lord noticed and accused me of swindling him.
Well, you did, didn't you?
What was I supposed to do? I'd also have been in trouble if I didn't deliver it on time.
All right. What happened next?
I wanted the bailiff to adjudicate, because I'm on good terms with him. But the nobleman insisted it to be resolved under the law of the realm, because the city law doesn't apply to him. And that means settling the dispute under the watchful eyes of God by combat.
What are the rules of the duel?
You don't need to worry. It's not to the death.
What weapons?
Well, as I'm not a nobleman, I'm not allowed to use a sword. But you can use a mace, flail, or a hunting sword.
Oh, great. And armor?
No plate armor.
And the nobleman?
He can have everything. Sword and armor.
That's hardly a fair fight.
That's by the by, though. If I'm in the right, you'll beat him even with a stick. God's hand will guide you.
It won't be my first duel, so why not? I'll take your place.
I'm glad I've found someone with courage.
Where's the duel going to take place?
The dueling spot is secret. It's out of town, so we'll go there together. If you're ready, we can set off right away.
Give me a while.
But don't...
Careful.
Welcome. Are you going to the market tomorrow?
I'm here.
I'm glad. Shall we?
Let's go.
I'm here like we agreed.
Tuchmacher. Who's this with you?
My champion. He's going to fight in my name.
Sir?
I would laugh in your face here and now, but that wouldn't be chivalrous. So I'll just ask if you're ready, lad.
I'm ready.
You have to say it's of your own free will.
I, Henry of Scallop, and I shall win or lose in his name.
If you fight as well as you speak, you could be a worthy opponent. I was afraid Tuchmacher would beg for forgiveness. Shall we begin?
Let's get on with it.
Hold on. You can only use a weapon befitting Tuchmacher's rank, which means a flail or a hunt. Get the right weapon.
All right. I'll get a different weapon.
Well,
I need a moment.
you haven't changed your mind, have you? Well,
Let's go.
Are you testing? You're supposed to have a weapon befitting Tookmacher's. Get a flail or a hunting sword.
All right.
At your service, sir.
Aren't you going to tell me what...
To do.
I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
I'm thinking of... buying a rowboat, or maybe a punt.
What do you want a boat for?
So I don't drown in this shit. Last time we came for a week straight, we were up to our knees in a river of shit. That's good. You know what? Maybe I'll buy one too.
I need to sharpen this.
May God give you help. Sir.
I'm here.
And shall we go?
Let's.
I'm here like...
Took
my...
Sir?
So I'll...
You have.
If you... Shall we...
Let's go.
Hold on, hold. You can only use a weapon befitting Tookmacher's rank, which means a flail or a hunting. Get the right weapon.
All right. I'll get a different weapon.
Well,
Let's go.
Today, these two nobles couldn't both the combat. Are you ready? Begin.
Bad luck.
out of breath already.
I feel quite hungry!
gave him what? From the right, from the left. Parry, strike. Thanks.
You're welcome. I hope you'll fulfill your side of our deal.
Most certainly.
And next time, don't resolve your disputes by combat.
Next time, I'll be careful who I make coats for.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Well done. You were better. But that Tookmarker is just a devious little burger. He's laughing now because he got the better of a nobleman. But justice will catch up with him one day.
My humble respects.
I went to see Took.
How did it go? Will he vote for us?
He had a quarrel with some nobleman and challenged him.
A duel? Like a fencing one? I didn't think people still fought duels. Aren't they banned?
If you've got blue blood, you can do what you like.
That's true. It's the same everywhere. What did he want from you?
He didn't dare fight himself, so he was looking for a champion.
And how did it turn out?
He'll help us.
Really? That's wonderful. Wow, Henry, you hero.
Don't celebrate yet. It's only one vote.
But it's an important vote. Now we just have to wait till the council meets.
Do you think Adam suspects you're trying to sway the vote?
I don't know, but I don't think so. If he suspected something, I'd expect him to march in here and be as nasty to me as he always is. But there's no sign of him so far.
Did you find any more votes?
Afraid not. With the meeting coming up, everyone's kind of on edge. I suppose there are lots of people trying to get something from them. All we can do is...
So now we...
Come back in a few days' time.
I will.
Greetings to you two.
Damn rain. My respects.
Quiet there.
Give it to me.
Careful. Well, see you.
Shall we fight?
No problem. So, come on.
Well,
Now.
Get moving, you lazy bone.
I'm just getting started!
No mercy!
Take him
I'll take you on.
Rip his guts out!
That's that.
Kick his teeth out the side of his head! Punch his face in! Turn him arse backwards! We want to see some movement! We want to see some movement! God bless you.
You loud. I've been crushing men's book.
you know how it is.
You should tell Mole about it. Maybe I'll inherit this. Look out!
God bless. Thank you.
Good day.
I won all the fights.
No fucking way. Goliath isn't the undefeated champion anymore. Who'd have reckoned?
Couldn't last forever.
Anyway, here you go. One for Damian, and a fourth one, just for surviving.
Thanks.
They have similar, but much more boring, entertainment in Horshan. Young Brutans runs things there. Tomlin. And I heard blokes from Prague and Miskovitz were recently in a brawl. I don't know who won, but it must have been a pretty dance.
Thanks for the advice.
Anyway, you beat the best here. That's not going to discourage them, so feel free to come back sometime. When their throat dries out from all that...
Show me your...
Thank you, sir. Come again.
My God! You said you have some more work for me.
Well, you might...
What symbols?
Kind of little markings you'd easily miss if you don't know about them. But you'll spot them if you keep your eyes peeled.
What are they for?
Before we was here, before the guild, even before Sigismund turned up, this whole place was under the thumb of another gang. They didn't have a name, and they wasn't aiming at a greater cause like us. They was mostly thieves, but it was hard to get the drop on them, on account of how cunning they was.
And they used these symbols?
They thought them up.
And what were they for, these symbols?
It was a way of marking houses. One of the crew drew a symbol to send a message to the others.
Our idea? But what's it got to do with me?
Being able to use them symbols would come in plenty handy for us. Think of all the benefits. We tracked down one of the old gang recently. His name's Hinek, but he used to call himself Greaser. He was a bit of a know-it-all and made fun of everything. I sent Hogg to find out the meaning of the symbols from him, but I'd rather someone else kept an eye on him.
Where can I find this Hinek Greaser fella?
I'm glad you're up for it. His house is on the edge of the check quarter, near the gate. Oh well.
I'm sorry.
Here we are.
Henry, come on.
Good.
Hey, Henry, come.
Chenyak wants...
What does he want this time? That idiot would be better off finding himself a woman instead of thinking up damn fool shit. Let me guess. There's something real
I'm
important.
supposed to keep an eye on Hogg, who went to find out the meaning of the old thieves' symbols around Kuttenberg.
And what do you think about it? Are you gonna help him?
I think so. It could help in our fight against Sigismund.
I guarantee you Sigismund don't give a fuck about no scribbles on houses. This is just a missed opportunity for us to line up purses.
You think so?
Look here, friend. If you find out something about them symbols and tell me, and I mean only me, I promise you, we'll make a fortune. They ain't just any old symbols. They're thieves' symbols, see?
I'll have to...
Don't wear your brain out. When you find out more about them symbols... Farewell. We gonna have food again?
Halt!
What the fuck happened here?
Well, he had a fall.
A fall? He just fell over all on his own and ended up like this?
On his own, honest to God. Fell over and died right before my eyes.
Oh, Jesus. Tell me everything from the beginning.
Well, Chenyak sent me to go and ask about them symbols. Polite like. Only this bastard started fucking with me.
And what happened next?
He was laughing in my face, giving me all sorts of riddles. So I lost it and gave him a bit of a slap. Only he caught another one from the table on the way down and it ended up like this.
Chenyak had a hunch this might happen. Did you find out anything about the symbols, at least, before this?
When I start seeing red, I don't ask no questions.
Do you remember anything, at least? Anything?
He talked to me in riddles. So I tell him I ain't no little kid, and to talk to me normal like.
And then?
When he saw the smoke coming out of my ears, he said he'd show me some important parchment, but that annoyed me even more. Do I look like a fucking scribe?
Was there something written on it?
Well, how should I know? I gave him a slap, and that was... Take a look at it yourself. He had some parchment on him. Well, can you read it? you read it? Well, can you read it? So?
Yes, but unfortunately for you, it's another riddle.
Oh, Della!
Something about a vineyard and running water. I can't make much sense of it.
The bastard! He's fucking with us, even from beyond the grave!
Well, it's our only lead to find out anything about the
Oh, I don't have the noggin for this shit, Henry. Chenyek has the quickest wit of all of us. If you can't crack it, you can ask him. But, please... Let's get going, Henry. I'll take care of him.
This key's pretty rusty. Can't have been used for quite a while.
Let's get going, Henry. I'm sorry. See you soon, my friend. Let's get going, Henry.
My humble respect. Careful. Good day to you.
Hinnock gave Hogg a peculiar riddle. We can't quite figure it out.
Old Greaser was known for those. Tell me then, what did he say?
A vineyard in the town. Strange, but who knows? And yet there it is, quite nearby, by the water that gushes. Now listen and try to keep your eyes open so that you can tell. Shortly after the midday bell, you'll find us where the shadow goes.
Sounds pretty mixed up to me. A vineyard. I only know the one outside of town, but Riddle mentions one inside of it. It must be something similar to a vineyard, and the part with the water might be a well, or maybe a fountain.
Well, thanks. I'll see what I can do. I don't have any...
All right.
Excuse me.
Gather round. You won't believe this. A whole village burnt to the ground. Hell on earth.
Greetings, sir.